So I think we're live right now. Hello YouTube, I'm Gustavo. I'm 26 years old. I live in Bragança Paulista, countryside of São Paulo State. Today I'm here as a host on Talk and Talk. And Talk and Talk is a platform for speaking language. There are a lot of language guys here that you can learn it. This is our immersion. This is not a class, but I have class as well. And to know a little bit more about the project, there's a link below that you can go to the website and learn it. Go there, that you guys gonna love it. So let's start it. The topic today is the voice inside our head. I just introduce myself, but introduce a little bit just quick here. I work with IT. I have a dog. I like to watch movies, series, play video games, and I think that's it. And you, Andre?
Hello, guys. Good morning. My name is Andrea. I'm 45 years old. I work as an assistant administrative in a Japanese restaurant. I live in Guarujá. I am married. I don't have kids. I don't have pets, but I have a lot of plants. What else? I love stay here on TNT, and that's it.
Oh, really nice it. Ricardo, please.
Hello, everyone. I'm Ricardo, as you know and see. I'm 29. I'm doing an internship right now in a school. It have been a good experience for me because it's my first internship in my area. I have studied letras in college for 4 years now, and I'm going to the fifth. I have been introducing myself to the classes, right, and over because it's a lot of classes. So as I introduce myself, I go like, I'm Ricardo, and my name is going to getting more English, right? So that's an interesting fact about language. The language gets inside you, right? So it's nice to be here. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, that's nice. I remember one time I worked with a telephone in a network company, and I attended the telephone, and it was like say the name of the company. I work in IT, and that's how. And sometimes I get my cell phone and I do that. So that's crazy. And you, Luciene?
Hi everyone, I'm Luciene. My nickname is Lu. I like my nicknames. I'm from Belo Horizonte, Minas Gerais. I'm 45 years old. I'm married. I don't kids. I have pets, love pets. I have one dog and two cats. My cat, unfortunately, today is bad, but I believe he is better. And I love community TNT, and it's a pleasure conversation with you. Thanks.
Oh, he will get better. I know that. And let's start it. Ricardo, can you read the number 2 and answer for us, please?
Sure. What is the purpose of the voice inside your head? Our head, actually. I have to answer either? Okay.
Yeah, if you want, or choose
Okay.
someone.
I want. The purpose, I guess it's, first of all, it's something that gives you a sense of the world, right? It's like a little theater inside your head, and it could be good for your situations in life. So we all project the future and see what's better or worse or good or bad. and go to the world after that. But I guess, but but I guess it's the main purpose, I guess. But it could get a little bit. It's not a purpose, but it could get side effects, I guess, and get, it could get a little bit noisy inside our head, and get a little bit obsessive, and get out of that sense of purpose, right? But I guess the main purpose is to give you tools to do with reality, right? I guess that's it.
Oh, really nice. And I noticed something that we are talking about the voice inside our head, and the voice inside our head are talking with us in the same time. No, dude, say that. No, not say that. And like a kid that, oh, do that, not that. So it's complicated. And you, Luciane, what do you think? The number two.
I guess interesting, but complex. But I think uh, uh, I think that kind critical analysis ourselves several things, sometimes negative, others positive, and all the time this voice inside. But in resume, I guess there's mainly critical analysis ourselves, things happened in during our day. I I guess that's it.
No, I like that. And you, Andre?
Yes, I am thinking, guys, I don't know, sometimes the voice inside our head can help us because, for example, we are here speaking English and, oh, you need to talk it. But sometimes it's like a imposter in your head that if you need to how can I say, if you need to take an decision, maybe the voice will trick you because yeah, you need to be aware and try to manage this voice because it's not always that the voice will help us. I think that's it.
Yeah, I like that. I was thinking here. Yeah, and like everybody, I don't know the right answer. No, that there's a. I think it's some philosophical question. Don't have a right answer. I think that just for us to think it. But I think maybe it is for. I think we're not born to live alone. So I think even if you are alone, there's someone talking to you. That is yourself talking to you. So I think that for the moment that we're alone, we are talking with this voice. And like you guys said, sometimes it's positive, sometimes negative. And I remember there's a quote, I think, I don't know if he writing that. It's an Indian guy, Jason Shetting. I'm gonna put the chat name of him because it's a hard name for us. But they said that uh, about us. I'm not what I think I am. I'm not what you think I am. I am what I think you think I am. So because I think what I am right now, and sometimes I think, oh, but what you are thinking? Because I don't know what you are thinking, but I imagine, oh, you are thinking that I say that, so I'm that kind of person. So I imagine myself, my personality, basing in what I think you think about me. So that's crazy sometimes. Yeah, but I think that the purpose, I think maybe for us not to feel alone, and there's this voice. But like you guys said, sometimes positive, sometimes negative, and it's hard for us to tell them that, oh, they are help me or they not help me. So because it's ourselves, so I don't know. So the end of the answer is I don't know. But like Andrea said about manage the voice, I think the number three about that is for us to try and to manage it. So. Luciani, can you start read the question and answer for us? The number three.
Okay. How can we control or management inner speech? I don't know if we can control all the time inner space. Sometimes I very think about the things or problem, and then I speak for me. Stop. I try. I I don't think more about the problem, or I don't believe in a new inner space speech. And but when I think in the better pensaments, I look for the internalize good solutions, or and stop. I speak. Stop. Problem. Stay here because I'm tired. And it depends. It depends. When I guess the more stress, my strategy is it. I have one friend, and she's more very worried. I I speak for you, for that. No worry, no worry. You you are the special woman. No worry the problems all the time. And then one day I speak for her. Stay your problem here now for relax, and that's it.
Oh, that's nice. It's nice to have people like this around us because sometimes they're so overwhelming, and that's help. And you, Andre?
Guys, I said before that we need to manage the voice, but I really don't know how to manage. Maybe I think we need to try not overthinking a lot in the subject, because as Lucian said, the more you think, the more you will get anxious, and the anxious is not so good. Yeah, I think that's it.
No, nice, nice. And you, Ricardo?
It's a complex subject, right? It's very nice. When I said about the that would be the theme for today, I get excited. But I'll try to stay put. In spite of that, I would be going on and on and on about it. So, how can we control or manage inner speech? To control, I guess it's a bad word. I guess when you try to control it, you're trying to control your need to control, and that's tough to do, right? So when it's something that happens naturally, so sometimes we get overwhelmed and overthinking things, And if you try to not overthink, you're overthinking about the overthinking, right? So it's not gonna work. Manage, it's a better word, and we have to uh, uh, give that some deeper conversation as well. So I guess manage, it's better, and I guess it's we have to be aware when that happen, uh, but try not to be guilty all the time, because it's uh, I think that it's normal, and we need that inner voice, I guess, somehow, because like I said, it's something that gives you a little preparation for life itself. So it gives you the limits, where you could go, where you could not go, um, like, and also it's something that gives you like a map for your desire, right? So you desire things, you're one, uh, you could realize your desires on the world, right? So yeah, and then you could go, oh, okay, that I could take it, that I have to wait a little bit more, and that's it. So I guess it's not overthink about it. And when get a little bit overwhelmed about that inner speech, when it's a little bit obsessive, and I guess you could try to realize and try to do something else, or uh, try to find a shrink as well. It's very good. I highly recommend. Uh, and we uh, we're getting tools to deal with that, right? It's not only one way to manage the inner speech, but a bunch of them, I guess.
Oh, that is nice. I, I was thinking here, how I think, like I said, control. I don't know if it's the right word. Say maybe manage it. It's gonna be better. But I don't know. I think that the answer maybe Monkey Cohen, and maybe she could answer for us that better way. But I think meditation could help you try to understand that what passing in your mind, because we're gonna live the whole life with that. And maybe the in the video that we saw before, they said, I don't know, I never tried that, but maybe I would try to see that it could help me to put a name in this voice. So kind of, João, you saying that to me, so that's not the right, or that's the right path. So maybe it's not like Gustavo talking about Gustavo. So it's kind of crazy saying that, right? Maybe it could help us. I don't know. I say that I know that when you are overwhelming, what helps me, like when I overthink about a lot of stuff, what help me is read something, because we are thinking like, I don't know how many words that we think for a second, but I don't know, 120, I don't know. But when we are reading a book, so there's a step by step that you need to read, so it's gonna be a little bit slow. So your mind, so maybe could help, at least for me, help a little bit.
do
But
something do something that you're not have to think about it as well. It's, I guess it helps, like do the dishes for me. It's very helpful because
yeah,
you don't have to think about it, and you're listening to some music, and it's good for me, I guess.
yeah, nice tip. I think is a monotonous work, so you don't need to think, because you know the movement, you know what you need to do. Maybe you don't want to do that, but you know what you need to do. That happen a lot. So I think that that's it. Nice for the tip, Ricardo, and I think that it was my tip as well. The number 4, Andrea, can you read for us an answer, please?
Yes. Do you think the voice inside our head always tells to us the truth? Why do you agree or why not? I don't know, guys. It's a hard question. I used to say that when I hear the voice inside my head, I I take the good decisions. But as I said before, sometimes the voice it's only tricking us, only oh my gosh, I don't know it's the word that I want to say existing in English, desencorajar us in certain situations. But I think we can consider that the voice tell us the truth, because it's our, how can I say? Yes, it's our subconscious telling something for us. I don't know. Yeah, I think that's it, guys.
Yeah, I get it. It's hard to answer that question. I don't know
Yes,
how to answer as well. I just gonna try because, like I said, some philosophical questions don't have an answer. Just like for
yes,
us to talk and like we talk in a bar about that and said, "Oh, we are so smart," but not so much. But yeah, we are talk about it.
yeah.
uh, and you, Ricardo, what do you think?
There's no answers, just more questions, right?
Yeah,
Because of
you start
philosophical
with a
question.
question, and after that have two, three, four. But
That's
it's just
the
Yes,
one. But why five right now?
that's the purpose of philosophy, right? Just put additional thinking in that. Uh, but it helps. I guess it helps. Okay, there's some subjects in life. There's no answer, and we have to think about it, right? If we don't think about it, we get lost and blind about it, right? So even though we got more questions after a first one, I guess it's better think or than nothing. Uh, I could. It's a complex answer again. Do you think the voice inside our heads always tell to us the truth? Uh, our truth, yes, tell us our truth. What we want from the world. What do we want from the persons, the people? Uh, Tell us. It's nice. It's a rich subject because I don't know if you guys know the art movement surrealism, I guess in English. I don't know. It's crazy because this movement uh, valida tell to us that our voice, our inside voice, uh, are good as well. It's a reality as well, but it's different. It's a different reality from the outside voices, right? From the outside world, outside your head, and you have to understand that it's a truth. It's truth. What you're thinking, but it's a truth about you, right? It's not the truth. It's not the reality in the world, right? I would say real world, but it's two realities, right? So I guess it's something like that, you know. Tell us about our truth, our truths. This is that correct? Anyway, but the outside reality, it's something else, I guess, and you have to manage these two realities, right? So like I said, your inner voice is like a map for your desires and your truth, not the world truth, I guess.
Yeah, that's nice. Good point. And I never think about that. It's the true, at least to me, what I think, and that doesn't mean that the true for the word. That's true that I believe. And guys, to be honest, I don't know. Like that's a philosophical question. And when I was in the school, I didn't like philosophy, history. And after grow up, I don't know. I think I wasn't mature enough to understand that. And I love this topic. I love about this philosophical question that don't have an answer. It's not like math, 1 + 1 is equal to 2. That is so rich for us to talk about a lot of stuff, and don't have the right answer, like we said before. So for me, at least my voice inside of my head is telling, oh yes, telling to us, telling to them that I'm saying the truth, but not. I don't think like that. I think that it's not. I think that it's hard for us to define a line because it's ourself. It's the way that I think is the word it is, or it's supposed to work like that. So it's hard for define that. I know that they don't sell the truth. I like the point that Ricardo said about the truth that maybe I believe, but it's hard for you to make a line. So, oh, this is true, that this is not true. You're trying to believe me that that is the right truth, but it's not like that. The word don't work like that, the way that I think. Uh, so it's hard for us to define that. Yeah, I don't know. I think uh, it's
And
hard to tell
sometimes
us.
sometimes it matches, right? It matches your reality, your inner voice with the reality of the world, right? Sometimes it matches. It's always a negotiation with from you with the world, right? I guess that's the game, right? I guess
Yeah,
that's it.
yeah, could be. Or maybe sometime met some stuff, other stuff not, but you kind of forget another, and you just remember that what met. So I'm telling the truth. Forget about that. That's right. So it's complicated. I don't know. Luciani, can you help us answer that for us, and try to find a good answer?
uh, and then I agree with you. It's the complex question, but in my opinion, interesting. Because I like the philosophical questions, things, because no answer exactly yes or no. And then I believe the not always, not always. Depends on it's the time, uh, what what I like in the moment, and how we speak Ricardo this opinion word uh, too. And I believe that's it. This depends of the time, stress, relax, and but is very important. Listen sometimes the voice, okay, because can the save for us. Sometimes can afraid, fears, and I guess very important. Pay attention and the voice day by day. Sometimes they stop. No more. Me and the no more the how can I say significado sometimes, but I I guess the importance and day by day for the solutions about the problems, the things.
Yeah, nice. Yeah, I think if we discussing more and more and more, what gonna appear is more questions, like Ricardo said, because that's not really nice. Uh, and going to the next question, it's kind of the same but it's different because how was identifying that? Number 5, how do we identify when inner speech is giving us help and advice or just tricking us? Uh, yeah, it's hard for us to tell them that if that's the right or the right that we think that is the right that we want that happen, but sometimes not. uh I think just ourselves talking with ourselves, I think it's hard for you to identify that. I think maybe you need to have a trust person that you really trust, that person that say, oh, I can tell anything about what I think right now. It could be good or bad, and they're gonna listen me and try to give an opinion, what they think. Because it's like the look in a mirror. You see the mistake of others, but you don't see the mistake of yourself. So you're just looking, but oh my, I'm perfect. So I'm a little bit stronger. I need so yeah, that's hard for us sometimes. Just us understand what happened in our mind. So a trust friend, a family member, or maybe a psychologist uh, could help you to help you try to understand if that's right or not. And always gonna be that little kid inside our head that said, oh, they're not telling the truth to you, don't believe that. Don't believe it's us, it's just me and you, and always gonna be like that. So let's just do that. I know that's gonna be right. So that's it's hard for us to answer. I don't have the answer. I just have a tip. Maybe try to talk with some trusted person. And you, Andrea, what do you think?
Yes, I totally agree with you, Gustavo, because the more you think, the more doubts you have. So uh, for me, for example, I try to, like, I have a doubt, I have the voice is telling with me, but if I want to do in this in a certain way, I will do. I will not. How can I say? I will not listen the voice, because I want to do that. But if I have more doubts, I need to talk with someone to help me. But I try to in this way, take the decision that I want, not that my voice is telling for me. That's it.
Yeah, really nice. Maybe just not overthinking, but like the shirts. Just do it.
Yes,
Just do it. Go there
yes,
and do it. You
yes.
want,
You
go
want to
there.
do so, go.
Go. And you, Luciene.
Uh, Interesting. And most for me is when I feel peace. When I feel peace about this, what the voice speak for me, I not maybe, and then normally and most the time when I feel peace. Oh, when I don't feel, I I like the let's go.
Nice. Maybe that is the answer. Let's do it. Let's just do it.
Let's do it.
Thanks, nice. And you, Ricardo.
Luciene is the wisest person here. Uh, I guess this question, like the other ones, are are like we're like trying to answer the answer of life itself, I guess, right? Because it's this is life, right? This is to try to understand our relations, our context. It's something we do our entire life, right? We did in the past, and we're continuing to do it for the rest of it. So it's how we see the world. It's how give us a purpose, a sense of the the world itself, right? So I guess I liked what Gustavo said in the beginning and later as well, that we're social beings, human beings, right? We're social all the time, uh, and we start our point of view of ourselves in the relationships, right? When you're our when we are little kids, we start to understand that the that person that it's our mom, it's something else different than me. We start realize that people have their needs and stuff, right? So we have to start to negotiate to have my milk with that person, right? So and life is that, right? You have to negotiate all the time for your food. Basically saying. So we start our purpose on the world with people, and talk with other person, with other people. It's something that helps a lot, right? Because we're while we're talking about something, we're negotiating inside our head, right? With us, first of all. So and when we're calm and easy to think about our our thoughts, when we're meditating, for example, it's something that we're doing as well, right? We're negotiating in a easier way and a calmer way, uh, but we're negotiating with another person, right? As well as talking with people. So I guess uh, it's something like that, or you talk with another person, or you talk with you in a calmer way, right?
Oh yeah, nice. And I like what's said about negotiation. Or the problem is that negotiation is kind of hard and harder, more harder, because when we are just a kid, we're just a baby. I just gonna cry and gonna see if I clean, they're gonna feed me. So that's it. Is that what I want? You're gonna see that's it? Not. So let's do that, and I stop to cry. But after some moments, is hard for us. Negotiate with ourselves, negotiate with others, and it's a good point. I like it. Uh, I'm gonna skip some questions. I think we can answer one more. Have time. The number 9, Luciani, can you answer for us? Read an answer.
Mm, do you find that inner speech make us anxious? Um, yes, I guess. In my case, guys, I'm a sunshine person, and I need the environment, the one strategic for communication, uh, because I technical coordinate people's and my work. And then imagine one shy person, and then I look for the strategies for me good, better community, and sometimes the inside voice is bad for me, and then I look for the think all the things, no stop inside, and then I looking for outras strategies, because for me, yes, I think this inside inner speech make answers for me, unfortunately, but I I I I have no stress, no anxious, and then I look for. I never. I don't give up the answers. Stress. Okay.
Yeah, that's really nice. I think we can't give up of ourselves, right? So just
Yeah.
go. Let's go and try to make this
Yes.
work.
I use too the humor, and in the bad situations or the more stress. I use the humor.
Yeah,
For me, is that is good.
yeah. Humor is always nice. Laugh, it's really good. And you, Andrea?
I understand Luciane, because I am like her. I'm shy person. I am not so confident, and for me, when I overthinking a lot, it's terrible. And I consider myself an anxious person, because if I have something to do, uh, I will not sleep in the night because I am overthinking. Today, for example, I will not sleep because I have an immersion tomorrow, and I will overthink about my immersion. Oh my gosh, I am so anxious, and sometimes I totally agree that the inner speech makes us feel anxious. That's it.
Oh, nice. I'm gonna tell something, Andrea. You kill it, the first one.
Oh my gosh,
Uh,
thank you.
yeah, it was really nice. She had immersion 8 p.m. on Monday, right? I'm gonna be there.
Yes,
The topic is tomorrow.
tabagism.
Yeah, I don't smoke,
Yes,
but my dad's, my parents smoke. So I
okay,
have things to tell. I'm gonna be there.
thank
Uh,
you.
welcome. And you, Ricardo.
Unfortunately I can't go on Monday mornings, but I'll try it next time.
It's evening.
Uh,
It's at night,
oh,
8 p.m.
it's a night.
8 p.m.
Yeah.
I can't either. I have two
So,
jobs. I have two jobs. Sorry.
No problem.
no problem.
uh, uh, I don't know. Do you think inner speech make us anxious? Sometimes, yes, but I guess it make us anxious when we're thinking about the thing, about the anxiety that is being producing it's being produced right there, right? Because when we think about what we're thinking, that's the obsession, right? That's obsession. When we not think about our inner voice, it's happening already. It's already happening, but we don't identify as an inner voice, right? But it's already there. Okay, we got anxious when we start to think about the inner voice uh, very much frequently, right? And that's a obsessive way of thinking. So sometimes when you're thinking about the inner voice, but uh, uh, as I said at the beginning, it's not always like that. Sometimes it's good, and we have to calm down not be overthinking about everything, because and this has to do with the language learning as well, right? Because we always think about how we said that word, that sentence, and frequently we got ourselves in a loop, right? So we have to just chill, do the dishes, and right. And I guess what Luciani said, it's very nice to use humor, and humor, it's like the dishes, right? You just got some soap and wash with water, and goes away with water, I guess. Very
Yeah.
philosophical.
Yeah, the answer, do the dishes. That's nice. I like it. And maybe Andrea said that when you have some point, like tomorrow you have your meeting as a host, maybe you can sleep really well in the night. Maybe it can help you with try when you go to bed, read something. I don't know, 1 page, 2 page of a book. Maybe you could, because they put low the you're overthinking and you stop to think about it because you are reading something, so you need to understand. So don't need to be a hard thing for it, but just read just to slow down the mind. Maybe it could help you.
Okay, thank you, Gustavo.
You're welcome. Yeah, and I think like anxious. Yes, I think after pandemic, I think almost everybody has a little bit of anxious because we don't know in the high of the pandemic, we don't know what's gonna happen the next day and how it's gonna be life. So you are anxious like the future. What we will have a future. Then the question is, hey, we would have a future. So yeah, glad that we have. We work with that and we can get better. Uh, so yeah, unfortunately, that makes me anxious. Um, and because we are overthink a lot of about this stuff and overthinking about the overthinking, and it's complicated. You stay more and more and more anxious when you think about your thoughts. So like the answer, maybe read when you are really anxious. Try to do the dishes, like Ricardo said, some monotonous work that you don't need to think a lot. You just like said that different words, like Ricardo said before. So you go out of that work that is in your mind and you go to life and put their feet on the ground and start to do stuff. So maybe I think that's the answer that I have. Guys, unfortunately we are getting the end. And I really like that meeting. One thing that I don't normally do, I don't like to watch my meetings on YouTube, but this I need to watch it because I gonna have more questions, more ideas for the subjects. I think that's gonna be good, and I'm gonna put some notes about some tips that you guys gave to us to on YouTube. So I put in the chat the survey. Please answer, give a score, and you have some idea, put us there. That's gonna help me. The next meeting we're gonna talk about the active listen. That's a topic that it's nice to talk as well. And just one more thing, I talk about Jay Shetton. There is a meeting that he did 5 years ago on the impact theory, and it's a really great talk. The host have a beautiful story, and he has a great story. He was trying to find a work. He was in the business world, and they go out and became a monk I think in the India, and for 5 years it changed her life. And they passed that the knowledge that they learned that for the daily routine, the business routine, for our society, because it's different word. So if you guys have time, watch as well. I think that's gonna be great. Gonna help you guys. It's a nice meeting. It's a nice host. And I like that meeting. I hope we can see you guys in the next one. And have a great Sunday. Have a great one. See you
Okay,
guys and thank you.
Gustavo. Thank you.
Thanks a
It
lot,
was a
Gustavo.
pleasure.
Thank
Bye
you,
bye,
guys.
guys.
Bye bye.
Bye-bye.
See you.